Gmove and Waza to the MOVECAST, the community podcast on the movement. Today we have a special guest from Europe, from the UK. Hi, Clark. How are you doing? And can you introduce yourself? How did you come to crypto?
Gmove. So yeah, my name's Clark. I'm the co-founder of CoScription. We're a decentralized AI platform. I've been in blockchain since 2017. I think I first found out about Bitcoin around 2012, 2013, back when you could still mine on GPUs. I think I tried to start mining on my PC, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. And after about an hour of trying, I gave up. It was just too complicated. I think I worked out I could make 1 Bitcoin a month if I left my computer mining 24/7. So stupidly gave up. The next time I heard about it was 2017, and the price had gone absolutely crazy. So I probably kicked myself. And after that, I dug a bit deeper, and since then, I've been completely hooked on blockchain.
Yeah, as many people coming into crypto, you used to go on mining, as you said, with GPUs. I think that's maybe connecting quite nicely to the second topic we are talking today, because you're not only into crypto, but also in AI. How did you come to AI? Was it also about the GPUs?
So not as much. I mean, I've always been into new technology, and I've been following sort of AI art since the early days, back when everything you made looked like dog slugs. But in the last couple of years, the technology has really taken off to the point where anyone can use it to create high quality art or anything really, regardless of your skills. So yeah, I just got super interested in it the last couple of years, and then it sort of tied together very neatly with the blockchain side of things. So yeah.
Amazing. And how did you come to found CoScription? Is there a story behind that?
I suppose the same thing, really. It's kind of the coming together of three of my passions. So blockchain, creativity, and technology. So we really wanted to build something that leverages all three, that anyone can benefit from, whether it's artists, developers, communities. One of the big problems with AI is there's some really massive companies that are trying to monopolize the space. So we wanted to build something that is open source, decentralized, that anyone can use and benefit from, whatever their skill level. So initially, that's through content creation, predominantly images and memes. But ultimately, where we want to get to is where people can create, customize, and monetize their own AI models.
Nice. Yeah, we usually also talking a lot about memes and culture or the community culture on the MoveCast.
Yeah,
Is that
absolutely.
part of your core vision behind CoScription, and maybe how does it aim to transform even creative content generation?
Yeah, so I mean, memes I think are massively important, especially in blockchain. That is a core focus of the platform, certainly in the initial phases. I mean, ultimately, we want CoScription to be a platform that anyone can use and create amazing content, whatever their skill level. Whether that's through creating art, minting art as NFTs, monetizing AI models. We want to make sure anyone that can earn through their efforts. So everything on the platform is open source. People will be able to create their own models, upload them, and if they get used, they'll earn rewards. So one of the things that has been super popular has been our Gmovius creation model. So that's been super popular, and we've got some sort of further ideas on how to sort of build on that. But yeah, it's going really well. We've only been live for a couple of months, and we've sort of grown rapidly. We've got close to 300,000 users. Our Galaxy's got nearly 4 million followers, and our Twitter's just about to hit 100K. Sorry, X. I can't get used to calling it Twitter. So yeah, hopefully the next few days we should hit 100,000 on X. But memes have been a massive part of that. And certainly in the early days, the meme content creation is a big focus of us as a platform. So yeah.
Okay.
And the memes in movement are awesome.
Yeah, that's we all love about movement, and I think that's what makes us connect even faster and have the same like language we speak.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some really dull blockchain communities out there, and movement's not one of them. So yeah.
Yeah, especially on movement, we had like this two sides. We had the Movios, as you said, and after some
Yes.
time, we also got the Gorillas, which shaped the meme culture as well quite
Yeah.
strongly.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, I want to go on that topic a little bit deeper later. But before we dive into the details, I would be interested in your vision about AI at all. You already said something like that the technology became available to the masses in the last years. And maybe you can say what your vision is about AI at all, and maybe how AI and blockchain can come together.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So, I mean, there's a lot of sort of doom and gloomers out there. I'm personally an optimist. I think if AI is done right, I think it's going to change all our lives for the better. But I also think it's important that we prioritize open source models. So something we really want to do is empower creators, give people the tools and the ability to monetize them and make them available to people in a decentralized way. Everything's completely permissionless. If you want to find ways to monetize either your content or a custom model, we'll be the place to do it. One of the great things about NFTs when they came out was all the people at home during COVID realizing they could make money by selling art. And we want to do the same thing with AI, let people make money through their own custom models and content, and not just the big platforms out there like OpenAI and some of the others that seem to be really trying to sort of monopolize everything. Yeah, I think AI and blockchain just fit perfectly together for me. It's a sort of perfect marriage. AI makes sort of anything possible. It really offers a world of abundance. But I think without blockchain, it's just going to accrue to the large corporations. I think combined with blockchain, it offers the ability for everyday people to, monetize their ideas predominantly, because really that's kind of what AI enables. It enables people to get from an idea straight to creating something. And blockchain will ensure that the people with the ideas that are creating stuff will get paid automatically through for their work. So if you've got a good idea for a model, you'll be able to launch it on CoScription. Smart contracts will help you monetize it, and it'll be you that gets paid rather than some faceless corporation. So there's going to be so much more content that gets created. Not all of it will be good. Some of it will be incredible. Things that just weren't possible before AI. There's going to be new forms of art, and blockchain will hopefully ensure that people get the credits and rewards for their work.
Fantastic, yeah, great opportunities, great chance for the community and the users to use that new technology. Maybe without diving too deep into the technology side, maybe you could explain us a little bit how does CoScription at all integrate the decentralized AI and the blockchain to enhance the creative process? Do you use like special services, special tools? How does that work?
Yeah, so at the moment we've just launched on the test net. So some of the functionality in terms of sort of the blockchain stuff is fairly basic. We want to get to the stage where everything that happens on the platform will be on chain. So that should happen over the next sort of couple of months. A lot of the features we're still working on, but I think one of the main thing we want to enhance for creators is, obviously getting paid, guaranteed that they'll get paid for their creativity. Some of the things we're going to be adding is for multiple people around the world to collaborate on different projects and ensure that everyone gets paid for their contribution, whatever that is. We're going to be introducing a task market further down the line, but that's still in the early sort of days of development. So yeah, there's lots of stuff that we're going to be doing and working on that's going to help people within the creative process, but also ensure that they get rewarded for their creativity as well. So
Okay, so to sum it up, there are at the moment some parts on-chain, some are off-chain,
yeah,
but you plan to go more on-chain side?
yeah, very much so. I mean, we want ultimately we want sort of pretty much everything to happen on chain, and everything to be traced back to the originator of that content. And yeah, we're looking at sort of potentially bringing in the opportunity for people to mint their own creations onto the blockchain as well, and have other people mint their creations. And so yeah, there's lots of stuff we're working on. But yeah, very early days. I think we've only been live a couple of months really. So, but we're working very hard, and yeah, watch this space basically.
Okay, and as far as I understand, you of course need high-performing blockchain to do that. Is that maybe one reason why you chose Movement to launch CoScription, or
Yeah,
what was
yeah,
the background?
absolutely. I mean, yeah, when we were looking at sort of different blockchains, we wanted to do something that was using Move as a language. I mean, we believe in Move as a language. We think it's going to be massive. It's just a better language for blockchain. We were looking at different ones, and then when we first found out about Movement, one of the things we noticed was how engaged the community is. On top of that, the Movement team have been really supportive. They seem genuinely focused on getting new people into blockchain rather than just sort of recycling the same old people. And ultimately, we want CoScription to be used by the masses, and not just the same old Web3 people jumping from one blockchain to another.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Movement team and community also seem super motivated, but overall, it's just a fun place to be building, and that aligns with what we want to do as a platform. As I said before, there's some really dull blockchains and communities out there, and Movement is not one of them. So you can have the best tech in the world, but if it's not fun to build on, I think people will move on. So yeah, we love Movement.
Yeah, not only you, we all love them. So
Yeah.
we are really happy to have you on Movement as well and to use your products. Maybe to those people who are not familiar with CoScription, could you maybe explain what can users expect from CoScription using the service? And yeah, how does the platform accommodate both maybe experienced and new creators?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, first off, it's super easy to start creating on CoScription. Obviously, the more experience you have working with AI models, the easier it will be to make good stuff. But really, you don't need any skills. If you can write a sentence, you can start creating. So, we've got lots of daily tasks that you can earn free compute. So, if you log on every day, you can soon build up plenty of computer power to create whatever you like. If you need more compute, then obviously you can sort of buy that as well. But if you do your daily tasks, there's plenty of compute. Um, yeah, we've got multiple different models that you can use. I mean, one feedback we've had from sort of experienced users is that it's helpful to have all the different models in one place. It can be really time consuming creating using different platforms, and having the different models helps people get creative with different tools. And yeah, certainly some of the models, if you're downloading them and using them on your own computer, then that can be really time consuming. So yeah, so at the moment we've got sort of 7 or 8 different models that range from sort of different creative areas, I guess. But we're going to be adding lots of new models and features very soon. One of the most sort of anticipated features is that developers will be able to upload their own models. So we've also got the club feature. People can build their own communities and niches around any area they like. We're going to be doing a lot more work on this over the next few months. There'll be lots more ways that users can build followings and monetize their content. If you've got a small following, the clubs feature is a great way to earn sort of points, which are going to count towards the sort of future airdrop. Yeah.
And do you have any restrictions or recommendations like regarding the media of the models? For example, do you only try to allow like pictures, or is it possible to create music, videos? Because I think
Yeah,
that's
so
quite
we've got
intense.
lots of we've got lots of, so there's lots of different tools. So we've got text to video models. We've got text to music. There's also text to speech. We've got a model, Real Cartoon, that focuses on creating cartoon images. We've got one which focuses on sort of real world photography. And obviously, our most popular one in the space is the Gmovius model, which is sort of trained to create Gmovius memes. And certainly in some of the clubs, there are some restrictions on sort of not safe for works. There will be some, but it's fairly sort of loose at the moment. But we're sort of working on, how we can incorporate that stuff. So, we don't get some sort of terrible images creating, but ultimately it's all permissionless. So there will be options for everyone to create whatever they like, really.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, cool. Maybe we can also dive a little bit deeper into the tools you just mentioned. I think you mentioned Real Cartoon or also Realistic Vision and so on. Can you share us more details on that, on the tools?
Yeah, absolutely. So they're all open source models. So we've got. Let me just go into. I mean, perhaps I could share my screen with you so you can have a
Yes.
look. Maybe that's. Bear with me one moment. Here we go. These are the models that we've got live on the platform at the moment. So let's start at the bottom and work up. So you've got Animate Diff, which is text to animation. Style TTS is text to speech. We've got video, I2VGen. This is the Realistic Vision is the photography one. Real Cartoon. Suno is music. And then Dream Shaper is a real sort of mixture. The most popular one is obviously the Flux Gmovius. Let me show you some of the generations. So the Explore feature, you can see everything that's been created. If you go to the right here, you can choose by which different model. Let me bring up the Flux one. So these are some of the Gmovius ones. These are it's just super good fun. You can put anything in here really, and just come up with your own ideas for memes.
Yeah, I'm
Anyway,
quite sure we saw already some of them on different platforms as X
yes,
or
yeah.
Discord. So
As a
I'm
personal favourite, the Wolf of Gmovius. It's
nice.
but yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more of this sort of stuff, and so there's going to be a lot more custom models that people can upload, that can edit. So if there's any communities out there that want to create their own models, they've got something in mind, then just get in touch. We're super supportive. If anyone wants anything specific, we can get them made. Let me show you how to actually create. Sorry, go to the right place. So this is the create function. So really, to make a meme using this, all you have to do is literally type anything in here. So it pre-populates just for people to just start with something. Let's do Gmovius on a mountain. Yeah, you can type anything in here.
Yeah, we can actually do a Gmovius on a MOVECAST podcast.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Gmovius on a podcast. Here we go. Here we go. Output quality defaults to 80. We should put 100 and see. 80 is normally fine, but I'll put 100. Let's see what that come up with. Sometimes it can be a little bit hit and miss, and you have to play around with the text, but normally within a few goes, it can comes up with something cool.
Yeah.
That probably take about a minute. So let me show some of the other features. So we've got the clubs feature. Anyone can create a club. And if you create a club, then you receive a percentage of the points, which count towards our sort of future airdrop. This is Club Movius, which is one of the most popular ones. So when you create something, you can publish it to the club, and then the club gets points. You also get points. This feature is going to be we're going to be building this out a lot more over the next couple of months, and there's going to be a lot more that you can do to interact with different members. And so yeah, this is going to be fleshed out a lot more over the next few months. But let me
Yeah.
see if that's generated yet.
And maybe one question regarding the creation. People probably have to pay for the generation, right?
Yes, yeah. So if you go to the earn button at the top, down here it has your daily tasks to help you earn compute.
Yeah.
These are super quick to do, and if you're coming on every day, you can earn quite a fair bit of compute. And obviously, everything you do on the platform will count towards a future airdrop as well. So the more you like and share and create, the more points you'll earn. Let's just see. I did do a couple earlier. So
And the amount which you pay, for example, is that dependent on the computational power which is needed, or is it like always the same? Or how?
yeah, it depends. So some of the models use a lot more compute, so they obviously cost a bit more to make. But if you're coming on every day, it's pretty easy to sort of stack up some compute.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So
I
yeah,
think a really, really cool feature to use, and opening a lot new possibilities to content creators, both for new entrants and maybe more experienced one. So I'm really interested to see how all that will go on in the next month.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
already
We've got some exciting stuff coming out soon. So yeah, there should be some really fun features that the community can get involved with. But yeah, I mean, even if you're not doing the daily tasks and if you just want to use the platform, it's super cheap to buy extra compute. So yeah, it's not expensive at all.
okay, cool. What I would like to know is, we saw it's quite easy to create new stuff. That's something we realized, especially on the Gorilla Movers as well, when we did in the beginning different quests and so on. Where do you see the future of creative content heading to? Because today it's quite easy to generate content, but probably in the end it's the difference of quality. How do you see in the future this heading to? Will we see like a mass of not good looking content, or will there be
Yeah,
professional creators, something like that?
I think one of the main things is people's eye is going to get a lot better in spotting, poor quality AI content. I
Yeah,
think when a lot of the stuff first came out, it was hard to spot what was AI and what was normal art. But after
yeah,
a while, you can quickly spot what is just made with a generic prompt. So yeah, I think there's going to be a mass of absolute rubbish, but there's also going to be some absolutely incredible stuff that people just didn't know was possible. I think there's a lot of hate on AI art from the sort of digital art community, which I think will die off. It's the same when Photoshop first came out. You're probably
yeah.
too young to remember that, but there was a lot of hatred about it, and people said, "Oh, it's not really art," and all this sort of stuff. And it's exactly the same thing with AI as well. So
I agree.
I think it's super exciting, and yeah, I love AI art. I think it's just opening new avenues of creativity for people, and yeah, there's going to be stuff that we just didn't think was going to possible, and you just can't even imagine now that. So
Definitely.
yeah, I'm super excited. Either
Absolutely.
that, or we're all going to get wiped out by drones and robots. So who
Yeah,
knows? But
maybe.
personally, I think life's just going to get better for everyone, and yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, I'm creating some memes and so on as well, and I think having AI was a big help for me, because you can use AI for specific reasons. You don't have to do like the whole picture on AI, but you can do some specific items you would like to have, or
Yes.
parts
Yeah,
of it. And so
absolutely.
I think that's something which, as you said before, the people will recognize better, which is completely
Yeah.
generated. And
Yeah, and I think for a lot of people, it just speeds up the process of creating ideas. Even if you're not using the AI for the final product, just coming up with ideas. I've got a lot of artist friends that sort of work in the space that are, they're creating something in an AI, feeding it back into Photoshop, changing it, and then feeding it back in, and doing sort of crazy stuff like that. So I think. Yeah, I'm not sure if that answered your question. Actually, I think my train of thought went off then,
yeah,
um, yeah, I think it's it just opens up doors for people and makes things easier. So I think that can only be a good thing.
nice, perfect. Yeah, maybe one last question from my side, is that's one part I always try to cover on the MoveCast, especially because that's the podcast from the community and for the community. What was your experience so far on the movement community? You already mentioned some stuff in the beginning, but maybe you can explain a little bit more on that.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the movement community has been amazing since the beginning. I think they're one of the most passionate communities in the space, so we're super thankful for their support. You know, yeah, yeah, we'll hopefully continue to support. If you want to support us, follow our socials. We're CoScription on X, and ultimately just use the platform. But if there's anything that we can do to support any of the movement communities, whether it's just you want to get in touch and just talk through ideas. If you've got idea for a specific model that we can create, then get in touch. Yeah, we love the movement community. They're awesome. Yeah, anything we can do to help the community grow, anything we can do to support them back, we're keen to get involved. Um, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. I think you also have some quests on the Parthenon, right?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, jump on Galaxy. Make sure you complete our tasks on there. They all count towards the move drop on the Parthenon. So yeah,
Nice.
and we've got lots
So
of new models coming soon, lots of new features. Watch this space. There's going to be lots more stuff you can do on the platform, and lots more ways that the community can get involved and just create exciting content. So yeah,
yeah, so I suggest to movers and the gorillas to have a close eye on your
yeah,
platform.
absolutely, absolutely.
Great features coming on. And yeah, thank you for joining our talk today, Clark.
Thanks for having me, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day off.
Thank you very much. See you soon, and
Thanks.
Gmove.
Gmove.